Hey, I have a cool story. For those of you who are not familiar with the Bible, Jesus said in many places, well, actually in John chapter 10, but through the whole Bible, God talks to his people. Jesus said, my people shall know and hear my voice. So I became a Christian when I was like 20. And after I was about 22, he started teaching me how to hear his voice. So here's a story that happened after that. That's pretty cool. I used to hang wallpaper when I was young, and so this was still when I was in my 20s. I think I was about 25 and 24, 23, I don't know. But anyway, I went to this house where I was wallpapering several rooms, and so when I got there in the morning, the people greeted me. They showed me what they, to do and stuff, and this was on the first day. And then they said that every day they were going to work and they're just going to leave me in the house, which is fine. That's what the procedure was. So they'd get home at night and then I'd say goodbye. So anyway, on the third day, I was in the house by myself, and now I'm wallpapering in the living room, and there's this big wall of sliding glass doors that look out to the pool. And so I started on the far right side of that, and I was going over it, and I heard the voice of the Lord inside of me say, Laura, watch your ladder, because a large man will come and stand on it and it will break. And I'm like, what? There's no large man here. These people, I see them every morning. They're not large, and they didn't say anybody was coming over. I mean, what is this? But I knew it was Jesus, but I was very confused. I was like, large man, I don't know about this one. So anyway, I started traveling up over, the top and getting towards it was a big doors and windows. And so I started getting to the last end of it. All of a sudden, I think 30 minutes went by. I think like somewhere around 20, 30 minutes after he told me the large man was coming, the doorbell rang. And so I'm like, who's that? So I went to the door, and beside the door was that little skinny window where you can look out. And there was this huge guy standing there. And he had these big, long drapes, like curtains, draped over his shoulder. And I could see behind him that there was like a van there, and it had like a decorating logo on it. So I was like, okay, I'm going to open the door because the Lord told me a large man was coming. So I opened the door, and he said, hey, I'm here to hang up the drapes. I said, okay. And so I went in first, and I knew, because the Lord said to watch your ladder. I had like an aluminum ladder that wasn't very sturdy at all. I mean, it was really only for a weight limit of about 200 pounds, and this guy clearly weighed over 300. He was really big, like big, tall, muscular, and heavy. And so basically, I went in front of him, and I went directly to my ladder, and I grabbed it, and it folds up, and I proceeded to the laundry room, and I slid it between the wall and the wash machine. And so then I went out to watch, see what this guy was going to do. And he went right to where my ladder was. He put his tape measure up there to measure from the top to the floor, because those drapes were for that window that I was wallpapering on. It was for the big two, double sliders or whatever that was, to go out to the pool. So after he measured from the ceiling to the floor, he went out to his van. He got his ladder. And he came back, and I am not kidding, he put his ladder in the exact spot that mine was, and he stood on that one. And so I'm like amazed. I was like, wow, this is totally cool. So after this all happened, I said to, later in life, whenever I had any big problems, I said, Lord, if you cared about my ladder breaking, you certainly care about this, because it was a bigger problem. But anyway, that's my story. It's the truth. And I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day.